It's no surprise that it's actually not uncommon to see violent crime to happen on the LA Metro with recent stabbings, recent killings, recent assaults, and much more that's going on the Metro.
Tracy, that deadly stabbing is just the latest case of violence on Metro's trains and buses in recent weeks.
Violent crime is up 40% compared to pre-pandemic levels, and what can we do to fix it? Can we convince our politicians to do something? So today I decided to go for myself to see what it's like to ride the Red Line, which is a known hotspot for violent crime.
It's been a while since I actually rode the Red Line, or the B Line that's now called. The reason why I haven't been riding, because a couple of years prior, there's been a ton of safety issues going on the Metro, which is why I haven't ridden it as much as I used to. There is some days where you could run into some issues, like you could run into someone who's clearly high on some substance, or someone who's causing a problem. Those are the days that you can run into. If you're lucky, you can get home without any problems, but trust me, it does happen. It actually happens more here on the subway than in other lines, like the A line, the E line, or any other lines. But the subway here has the highest crime that I ever seen. And I'm not lying, it actually happens. You could read it for yourself on these articles, where there's a bunch of assaults, people have been killed. So it has happened here on the subway, the B line and the D line, which has the highest
Now
amount of
arriving
crime
Wilshire Vermont
well.
Station. Exit
So
here
those
from
are
the
the
Metro
facts that
Customer
you
Center.
want to know.
Connecting
15 minutes into my ride, I did notice a funky smell going on. I mean, to be honest, because of the drug epidemic and opioid crisis, pretty much people are doing illegal substances on the train. So I did notice a really funky smell when I ride it. So that's one of the biggest problems people are facing is cleanliness on the trains. They're not the most cleanest, and I'm showing you why in real time. Like I said, the funky smell was really bothering me a lot. I mean, I don't even want to sit on those seats because oftentimes homeless people will sit on it because they have lack of hygiene. The seats for me, they're pretty much contaminated, dirty, and overall they're unhygienic. Not to mention, because people do illegal substances on the trains, pretty much it's unsanitary in my opinion. By the way, one of the issues down here is that the signal is usually not that good. I mean, right now I have a full bar, but sometimes when you go farther down the system, the signal here is really bad. So sometimes calling somebody could be really difficult, especially if you have an emergency. Like if you have an emergency situation, the signal down here, it's not so great. Right now, mine's is okay. Right now I have a full 4 bars, but sometimes the signal here is pretty crappy. So right here, if you press this button, which I'm obviously not going to do, it's basically if you have a problem on the train, you just press this button and it should contact the operator. So make sure which car you're in. For example, we're in car 508 and it should go directly to the operator if you have a problem on the train. So right now we're in the subway heading towards Union Station here in downtown LA, departing from Wilshire Western. If you notice, yes, these are the little grab handles that they included. Obviously, if you're going on shorter trips, or if the train's crowded, you just grab on. So I'm just going on a short trip. I don't really need to sit down, so that's why. Okay, so the next station coming up, this is where we see the most crime and homelessness. And I'm gonna show you real quick what it's like. I'm showing you these clips that I actually took prior to this ride, that Westlake McCarter Park has the most homelessness and most crime out of any other station on the Metro. People are hesitant to ride, so that's why I'm riding it for myself today.
Please stand clear.
And now
the doors are closing.
But I'm going to talk to you guys about how
stand clear.
these issues
The doors
could be
are closing.
resolved if we have more law enforcement on the train. So right now, we're on the purple line, the D line, which is called, I call it purple line. If you notice right there, these are actually cameras. They're closed circuit TV, so that means that they're watching you. So obviously for safety, that way they know what's going on. And right here, this area is meant for bikes, strollers, and luggage. If you have really large luggage, let's say your luggage weighs over 20 pounds or more, you obviously have to put it here because you don't want to be blocking the aisles or the seats. You can see now everybody's getting
Please
on.
stand clear. The doors are closing.
And yeah, this is what it's like to ride the metro. So far, it's a pretty calm ride for now. If you're lucky, the ride could be okay. But there's some days where he'll run into some issues. So it is 1:23, and we're approaching the last stop. So it took us around 12 to 13 minutes to get to Union Station from Wilshire Western Station. I mean, the D line is a relatively short line, but it will become longer once the new extension opens up in a couple of years from now. Now, obviously, if you want to go further, take the D line red all the way down to North Hollywood if you want to go further. The D line purple is mainly a short trip subway line, so it's meant for shorter trips if you just want to go more local. But obviously, there's many lines on the system. And it's crazy how the B and D lines are the only two subway lines on the metro. There's no other. Who knows? Maybe there could be another one in the future? What do you guys think?
You could see the sign that says no eating, drinking, playing loud music. You could see up to $250 fine, but obviously people do not give a shit. I mean, this is Los Angeles. Well, that concludes today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. It'll really help the channel a lot. You could also follow me on my social media platforms linked below. So anyways, take care guys. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. Looking forward to seeing you guys in 2025.